If you're dreaming of a late autumn escape with sunshine, sea views and zero summer crowds, this one's for you. In this video, we're taking you along on our 2-week adventure around the beautiful island of Cyprus in November. Flying in and out of Paphos International Airport, we picked up a rental car and set off on an unforgettable road trip from the wild west coast all the way to the eastern shores.
From ancient ruins and mountain villages to turquoise bays and golden beaches, we explored the island at our own pace, chasing sunsets, finding hidden gems, and soaking up that warm Mediterranean autumn sun. November turned out to be the perfect time to visit. Mild weather, quieter towns, off-season prices, and plenty of space to really experience the culture, food, and landscapes. So buckle up as we journey across Cyprus, sharing the places we stopped along the way, and hopefully give you plenty of inspiration for your own adventure.
Just outside Paphos, hidden beneath the surface, are the tombs of the kings, which, despite the name, never actually housed any kings. These underground tombs were built for high-ranking officials around the 4th century BC, and they're carved straight into solid rock. Some of them even have columns and open courtyards, almost like luxury homes for the afterlife. It's quiet down there, cool, echoey, dramatic. Definitely the kind of place that makes you walk a little slower.
Around 30 minutes drive along the coast lies Aphrodite's Rock, the legendary birthplace of Aphrodite. According to myth, the goddess of love rose from the sea right here. There's also a legend that if you swim around the rock 3 times, you'll be blessed with eternal beauty. Nice, right?
Down by the harbour, Gato Paphos has that easy Mediterranean rhythm. Palm trees, boats bobbing in the water, and cafes that make you forget what time it is. It's the kind of place where you wander without a plan, and somehow it works out perfectly.
A few steps away, the Kato Paphos Archaeological Park feels like stepping straight into Roman times. The mosaics here are nearly 2,000 years old and still display an impressive detail. Entire mythological stories told through tiny coloured tiles.
Then the landscape shifts completely. At Avacas Gorge, towering limestone walls rise up on either side, narrowing as you walk deeper inside. It's peaceful, slightly wild, and just adventurous enough to make you feel like you've earned your dinner later.
Perched dramatically on the rocks is the Edro III shipwreck, stranded here since 2011 after a storm. Instead of being removed, it just became part of the scenery and seems to be a popular spot to watch the sunset.
Further west, the wild side of Cyprus really shows off in Akamas Peninsula National Park. No big resorts, no crowds, just rugged cliffs, dusty trails, and water so blue it barely looks real.
High up in the Troodos Mountains, the atmosphere changes again at Kykkos Monastery. It's one of the most important monasteries in Cyprus, known for its ornate interiors and religious treasures, gold details, intricate artwork, and mountain views that make the whole place feel even more dramatic. Even if you're not religious, this is a place that's really worth visiting.
Into the hills is Kalopayanotis, a tiny village that feels almost too pretty to be real. Stone houses climb up the hillside, flowers spill over balconies, and everything feels calm in a way that makes you instinctively slow down. It's peaceful without trying.
Reaching the highest point on the island, Mount Olympus, is a little bit disappointing because the peak is a military base, but the surrounding area is covered in pine forest and there are many hiking trails to be explored.
Close by to Mount Olympus stands the giant black pine, believed to be over 500 years old. Standing next to something that survived centuries of history is incredibly humbling.
Near Limassol is Holy Monastery of St. Nicholas of the Cats. Apparently cats were brought here in the 4th century to deal with snakes, and they clearly decided to stay. Close by, the Limassol Salt Lake stretches out quietly, reflecting the sky when conditions are right.
Depending on the season, Larnaca Salt Lake turns into a flamingo hangout. Bright pink birds standing against white salt flats feels slightly unreal.
Life slows down nicely in Larnaca. Palm-lined promenades, old churches and cafes right by the sea. It's relaxed in a very effortless way. It's easy to see how people end up staying longer than planned.
Crystal clear water, soft sand, and that bright Mediterranean glow. Nissi Beach definitely lives up to the hype. Walking through Paphos in Famagusta feels completely different from anywhere else on the island. Once a glamorous resort hotspot, in the 1970s, it was abandoned after the events of 1974 and left frozen in time.
cliffs, sea caves, and endless blue, Cape Greco is a must-see. No filters needed here. The Mediterranean is doing all the work.
Beyond the party reputation, Ayia Napa is full of stunning coastline and surprisingly calm corners. It's energetic if you want it to be, peaceful if you don't, especially out of season.
Beneath the surface near Ayia Napa lies the Musan Underwater Museum of Ayia Napa, an underwater sculpture park where art blends with marine life. You can see the exhibition by snorkeling or diving.
Scattered across the island are countless Orthodox churches like the Church of St. George. Simple, peaceful, and deeply rooted in local life. They feel like quiet anchors in every town.
In the centre of the island sits Nicosia, Europe's last divided capital. It's modern and historic at the same time. Cafes inside Venetian walls and everyday life unfolding alongside complicated history.
Right in the middle of the old town, the Ledra Street crossing lets you walk from the Republic of Cyprus into northern Cyprus in just a few minutes, depending on the queue. A passport check, a short walk, and suddenly the language, religion, architecture, and currency shift. The division dates back to 1974, and you can feel that history there. It's one of the most thought-provoking moments of the trip. A reminder that Cyprus is more layered than it first appears.
14 days, one island, and it still feels like there's more to see. If you made it this far, thanks for travelling along with us. Let us know which place stood out the most, and we'll see you in the next adventure.